Hey guys, how's it going? In this episode, I'm going to be talking about some upcoming mortgage rule changes and who that affects, so stay tuned to this episode to find out more.
Welcome to EDM Real Estate Secrets, the podcast for buyers and sellers in the Edmonton real estate market. You are now part of a small group of people who are trying to learn the ins and outs of real estate without the fluff. This podcast will give you an inside look at the daily life of a realtor and what I do to figure things out and get deals done for my clients. My name is Trevor Tardif, and welcome to EDM Real Estate Secrets.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of EDM Real Estate Secrets, the podcast for buyers and sellers in the Edmonton real estate market. Today, what I wanted to talk to you guys about was some things to consider if you are planning on buying a home within the next few months. There are some new mortgage rule changes that are going to be taking place as of January 1st, 2018, I believe. So there's a couple more months before that, but these mortgage rule changes are going to affect people that are putting 20% down or getting a conventional mortgage, which is essentially a mortgage with 20% down or more. And basically they're adding more stress tests. So it's going to make it more difficult for people to qualify, or if they can qualify, they likely won't be able to qualify for as much of a mortgage. So if you're looking at buying a house within the next few months, you might want to get it done before the beginning of January if you are putting 20% down or more. That's who that's going to affect. So I don't know all the details of everything yet. I will cover it more in depth when I've had a chance to talk with a couple of the mortgage brokers I work with a little bit more closely to fully understand. But it sounds like it could potentially reduce someone's buying power by about 20% again in some cases. I think I heard that the stress test will either be the benchmark posted rate. So whatever the Bank of Canada benchmark posted rate is, either that you either have to qualify at that, which is very similar to what people with 5% down have to do anyway. But I'm hearing that you either have to qualify at that benchmark rate or the rate that you're actually getting on your mortgage plus 2%. So I don't know exactly what the benchmark rate is right now. A while ago, it was like 4.64% interest. So assuming that's what it is now, which I know it's probably changed. Might have gone up, actually. I'm not totally sure. But if that was the benchmark rate, and let's say you were getting 3% interest on the mortgage that you were qualifying for, if what I've heard is true, that additional 2% stress test would actually make it so you would have to qualify as if you were going to be paying 5% interest. So higher than the what I believe might be the Bank of Canada benchmark rate. So that's just a hypothetical. I don't know exactly, like I said, what the benchmark rate is, but I did hear one mortgage broker say that it'll be whichever one is a higher stress test, essentially. So whatever you're getting plus 2%, if that's higher, then that's what you have to qualify at, or if the benchmark rate is higher than whatever you're getting plus 2%, then you still have to qualify at that amount. So it's going to make it for people, even when you do have a good down payment with 20% or more difficult to qualify, and likely you won't be able to qualify for as much once 2018 comes around. So if you're looking at buying a house in the near future, you might want to look at that really closely and get in touch with your mortgage broker to find out how that's going to affect you. It's better to look into it and be diligent about it instead of just assume that you'll be okay or that it won't affect you, because you might be surprised. Hopefully that all makes sense. I'll try to have a more in-depth video on this at some other point, maybe after I've talked with my mortgage brokers. But that's all for now. Hope you guys have a great day.
Would you like to look at all the homes and condos currently for sale in Edmonton? If so, go sign up for a free account on my website at edmhomesforsale.ca. Once you've signed up, you get detailed property information and pictures on all MLS listings, plus daily email alerts with new listings and price changes. And you can save your searches to view later and track your favorite properties. Just go to edmhomesforsale.ca to complete your first search and sign up for an account.